Hello and welcome to this special broadcast here on Wion. I have with me a very special guest, Dr. Abdullah Abdullah, Chief Executive of Afghanistan. Dr. Abdullah, welcome to Wion and thank you for making time to speak to us. May I begin by asking you, last I spoke with you in October 2017. It was in the wake of Donald Trump unveiling his South Asia strategy. Now, 1 year on, do you think it's working?
Yes, I do think that the strategy is working. And if your question is that has it addressed all the security challenges of the country, that wasn't the aim. Excuse me, the other side is on. Okay.
Let them start. Yeah, we are right now on.
I think there was a technical problem with the camera here.
Okay. Yeah, right now we are.
And now it's okay. Your question was that is South Asia strategy working? I would say yes. But if you're asking me that has it addressed all the security challenges of the country, that wasn't what it meant to be. But it has taken the issues in the right direction.
Dr. Abdullah, I want to ask you for your views about talks with Taliban. Are you in favor of those talks? And what will it take for the talks to succeed?
I am in favor of Afghanistan and Afghan government talking to the Taliban. And that could be the start of a long-term process. In all issues of the country, which war and peace is the main issue, could be discussed through those talks. But so far, there have been contacts from time to time, direct or indirect contacts. Real talks in negotiations has not started as of yet.
Dr. Abdullah, you said that you are in favor of Afghanistan government talking to the Taliban, but we have seen and heard of talks happening at multiple locations in Kabul, in Tashkent, in Doha, at multiple fora as well for the Kabul process, at the Heart of Asia Istanbul process. So what will it take for the talks to succeed going forward? What do you want to see happen in those talks with the Taliban?
First of all, if there are countries which can facilitate Afghan-led and Afghan-owned talks and reconciliation process and help in that regard, we have always welcomed it. And there are other issues as well.
Yes, please.
As long as Taliban enjoy sanctuaries outside Afghanistan or support, direct or indirect support, they might not be encouraged to enter serious negotiations. But the main issues, it could start from the confidence-building measures and move towards real reconciliation and peace.
Now, Dr. Abdullah, you spoke about some countries offering safe havens to the Taliban, and many would say that it can't but be Pakistan. Now, what are your expectations from the new government in Pakistan led by Imran Khan?
Our expectations from all our neighboring countries, and in this particular case from the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, will be to continue dialogue and enter serious engagement and also support and also influence, use their influence over the Taliban, which have their headquarters there, and use their leverages in order to...
All right, Dr. Abdullah, I meant to ask you, can Imran Khan deliver on talks with the Taliban or better ties with Afghanistan? Because ultimately the power rests with the Pakistani deep state, the military government or military regime in Pakistan.
We hope. We hope that based on the promises that Prime Minister Imran Khan has made to his own people, and also the commitment that he has shown towards a peaceful and a stable region, including Afghanistan, we will be able to work together with him and seek his cooperation, not just in relations with the Taliban, but also towards the further improvement of cooperation between both countries in different areas.
Dr. Abdullah, how do you see the U.S. aid to Pakistan? Now, the U.S. has cut $300 million worth of coalition support fund to Pakistan. Do you think it should cut all further assistance to Pakistan? Do you think, make it contingent upon good behavior by Pakistan?
I would say that the United States has relations and good relations with Pakistan. At times, it has been hindered because of certain policies. It's for both countries to work out their own relations, but part of it is related to the situation in Afghanistan. In what we expect from Pakistan as a neighboring country is to step forward, and we are also ready. In a few days' time, their foreign minister will be visiting Afghanistan, which we will going to discuss related issues, and also we have engagement. We had engagements in the past. On the paper, we have agreed on certain lines to follow, and our expectations are that based on common interest of us and also common enemy that we are faced with, which is terrorism and extremism, we will be able to find a joint way forward.
Do you think Pakistan is a fit case for being designated as a state sponsor of terrorism?
The situation and what is happening and what is going on, it is crystal clear. But at this stage, as I mentioned earlier as well, our hope is that we will be able to work out the challenges which are there in relations between both countries, which the Taliban activities and what they do in the use of Taliban, the use of soil of Pakistan by the Taliban is one of the main issues.
And Dr. Abdullah, coming back to the issue of talks with the Taliban, at a time when the Taliban is gaining ground inside Afghanistan, do you think a negotiated political settlement is feasible, is workable, is doable, or you think that the policy of combating Taliban militarily on the ground should continue as well?
There are two sides to the story. One is from the Taliban point of view. If Taliban think that they can win militarily and they can come back and re-establish their Islamic Emirate as it was, that's a big mistake. And that's a waste, and they are taking a huge responsibility. As far as we are concerned, the National Unity Government, the people of Afghanistan, we do want talks and negotiations and peaceful settlement, but at the same time we feel obliged to defend our territory and our people.
I want us to talk a bit about the role of some other countries in the neighborhood and beyond. Let me start with China. Now, there are reports that China is wanting to set up a base inside Afghanistan. There are reports about Chinese soldiers being spotted in the AFGHAN corridor. What are your thoughts on the Chinese activities inside your country, Dr. Abdullah?
The idea of a Chinese base inside Afghanistan, anywhere in Afghanistan, including the AFGHAN corridor that you yourself referred to, has never been discussed. This is not the case, and this will not happen, and Chinese are not intending to do. They have not hinted that they wanted that, and that has never been discussed in that way. But as far as security cooperation between both countries, there have been channels which are channels of cooperation. They are concerned about some of the terrorist groups which are working in collaboration with Taliban against us, but at the same time their aim is towards China. This is mainly ETIM group. There is a level of cooperation between both countries in that area.
What are your views, Dr. Abdullah, on China and Pakistan wanting to extend the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC, to other countries, namely Afghanistan?
We are working with both countries on bilateral issues that we have in bilateral relations, and also in the multilateral forums like Shanghai Cooperation Organization. We do want connectivity with the rest of the world. At the same time, the project that you refer to is being worked out between Pakistan and China at the moment.
Right, and coming to India's role in Afghanistan, Dr. Abdullah, are you satisfied with India's development assistance? Do you think there's scope for improvement on this count?
India has been helping Afghanistan in the past 17 years. And there is good level of cooperation between both countries. And even today, this India-Afghanistan international trade and investment show, that in itself, where hundreds of businessmen and women from both countries are getting together to work together and to explore the opportunities for investment, trade, and working together, partnership, not only to explore it, but already there are examples in the 1 year between two trade shows